I think we're live. Yes, we are. Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 21. I just want to say it has been an insane. I have eaten my fingers to death during this show tonight. The feeds went down early today, and I've been flipping out. Before we start, I just want to say, yes, Deb, we say spoilers. We're about to go balls deep in spoilers. So come back, and if you don't want to know, we love you. Please come back. As always, Deb is with us, and tonight we have Beth, who is a Sequester alumni. I played with her in a Sequester mini back in July, and she is a delight and knows a lot about Big Brother. And I'm like, we got to have her on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much I just want to go in real quick, and this is part of the spoilers. Nicole won HOH just now. HOH competition known to man. Hello.
Wasn't it supposed to be an endurance competition? I mean, Cliff didn't even make it through the fucking.
Well, freaking Cliff fell for. Oh, that's a given. I mean, it was where they're hanging and the floor. Say hello to everyone in the chat real quick who's been hanging out in there. Tyler's not here. He caught my raging IBS, and so he's going to be bedridden until next week. We've Tyler. Got JJ Jobs is in here. Anelda as always is here. Who else do we have? Thomas the Talker is always here with us. Chase Nairn is in here. No Name. Hi, No Name. My mom, June Edwards. Everyone say hi to my mom. Weston Evans, Mars. Everybody, thank you so much. I'm glad to be back. I've been down for the last week, and I don't know if I've been missed, but whatever.
Girl, come on.
But yeah, Nicole, like seriously, this whole day I've been like, what this episode? What do you guys think about Tommy going?
I think it was a huge mistake because, of course, like Mickey said, all loyalty is out the door. He is gunning for them. There's no way that he would take either one of them.
You don't think? What do you think, Beth?
Well, I mean, I'm going to sound like pretty much everybody on the internet right now, but I see positives and negatives to both. And I think at this point, we just needed the vote to happen and then have this HOH happen to see what the variables are moving forward. I think that it was a mistake on paper, but in the long term, if they can get Mickey out this week, they're probably sitting prettier than they would against Tommy. So I'm kind of conflicted. They might have made a better longer term move getting out Tommy now, but I wouldn't have done it. I would have gotten rid of Holly.
I would have too.
It will be a good idea if this next veto is something about the days.
Yes, 100%. If this is the days comp, I think that you've got the mental power of Cliff and Nicole. I wouldn't actually count out Holly for the physical aspects of that. And I don't think that Jackson's going to be good with the mental part of it either. But it's kind of funny. You've got the mental versus physical. And that is a combination of both typically.
Yeah, a lot of times final is mental, physical.
So I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
Now that Nicole has won HOH, it's kind of a no-brainer. Jackson and Holly will go up, I would hope. And in a perfect world, neither one of them wins veto.
Right.
And Mickey goes home. Or Holly. I honestly think it should be Jackson, 100%.
Yes, I am manifesting a Nicole veto win.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, yes. I think if she wins the veto, there's the only thing I don't like about with her winning the veto is the opportunity for people to say she's a competition threat, and if she doesn't win the final HOH, that nobody's going to want to take her to final two. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of like, oh, maybe Cliff wins it. And then we know one of the two is still going to go, but I don't know. I'm just going to manifest it. I'm just going to manifest that she wins this and then just wins.
Beth, we've manifested a lot of things on this show this season that have jokingly have come to fruition. We've manifested a Jess HOH, and it happened that very night. I manifested Nick winning the what did he win, Deb?
The prankster thing.
The prankster
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. It happened. So I want to put it out there in the, let's just, let's just keep the nominations. Do you think Tommy would have won this competition had he stayed in the house?
I think hands down
he could have, but he also would have thrown it.
Yeah, I actually do. I didn't believe that he was going to throw it until he said that he would have in his DR. And I'm kind of like, well, I see where he would have come from a mental capacity to say it takes the target off, and then I can kind of save and conserve my energy for the veto, and then, flip on whoever I need to at that point. So I kind of like agreed that he probably should have thrown the HOH for this just to gain some trust. So
what about this big explosive fight that we're going to see? Now, I've got to give Jackson some props here from what I saw. That is some sneaky shit. Exactly listening in and then oh yeah, exactly, man.
There are not enough middle fingers for what I am feeling about Jackson right now.
Let me tell you something. I don't like the guy. I think he's and but I'll be honest with you. That is something I would do. I mean, but I would probably handle it differently. Poor Tommy, bless his heart. They showed a little bit of the preview of what we're going to see Sunday. And I always say this for Sunday show, especially with freaking football starting up. If you DVR Big Brother on Sunday night, go ahead and DVR the not one, but 2 shows that come on after Big Brother. I have done this religiously for 10 freaking years. I'm telling you, it's your own damn fault if you don't do it. Okay, there you go. That's how to DVR with Allison S. Kelly. We're done. Let's move on. Yes, that was a big Kurt Runger, fellow Memphian. He's from Memphis. I love him to death. Mickey is playing an awesome game. I have to say what he did tonight. Wow. I mean, that is some manipulative shit. Wow. That's just, I would love to do something like that. But there's a level, though, seeing Tommy freaking out the way he was and yelling at, what's her name? Holly, you're your own person. Don't drag her. Just go for the jugular on the person that you're aiming at. It ain't gonna do anything with her. She's in this weird, fucked up relationship, and the only thing that matters is Jackson Mickey. That's it.
Imagine that being your life.
Oh God, I'd die. I mean,
I can't even.
This guy blinks out a whack at her, and she's on her knees going, "I'll suck your dick if you give me attention."
Oh my God! I'll give you a watermelon job. Yeah, whatever that is.
They're fighting. It's like, do you want to take a shower?
Do you want to take a shower? That made it all better for everyone else.
Let's bring the stool in the shower.
That stool better be burned at the end of this season.
Oh, please. But I love, a lot of people are talking about in the chat, Tommy's exit. Listen, I adore Tommy. And when he was giving his eviction speech and he was talking about all of us out here, he was talking to us about trying out for Big Brother over and over and over again. Man, it made me choke up a little bit because I've been on that roller coaster a couple of times, and that rejection hits you hard, man. I don't even know where to begin, and it gets worse and worse every time it happens. I've had people say, "Allison, why haven't you tried out?" "Oh, I have." "Allison, how come you're not on Big Brother?" "Look, it's not lack of trying. I've been watching this effing show for 20 years. It's my Olympic event. I can't even make it to bronze at this point. Okay, I'm still warming up in the corner. It's just not happening.
I have to say, I really appreciated that. I felt like it was one of the few moments of sincerity that we've seen from Tommy. But I've also really appreciated that he continued to spill some tea to Nicole and Cliff as he was hugging and crying with them. And he said, "I was telling you the truth," and that kind of thing. Because if anything, that will solidify we need to go after Mickey if he doesn't win veto. And I think that both Cliff and Nicole are smart enough Nicole has shown through the feeds this week that she's smart enough to see through some of the bullshit that both sides were putting out there, and that she has pretty good intuition. Jackson just played her really well, and you have to give him props for that. But Tommy saying, "No, I'm telling you the truth. I've no stake in the game now. I was telling the truth. I think that should raise a bigger red flag for both of them.
Right.
Can you imagine the jury roundtable?
I can't wait.
I can't wait for Jess to try to throw into censorship. Okay, because that's going to be priceless. Can we just have like an hour? I love these little figures. They're new. This is new. That's a new thing. I just want bring Dr. Will, do the jury round. Can we just have like an hour of that? Like just a live hour of it. I don't want it cut. I want a full hour. I want it raw. I want it real. That's it. I mean, let's just play devil's advocate. Mm-hmm. If Tommy stayed, who all in the jury house would vote for him to win Big Brother? Christy, you think?
I think Jack, Annalise. I would not be shocked if even if he was up against Nicole. I think Nick would vote for Tommy.
What about Tommy? What if it was a Tommy Jackson final two? That's what I can't get out of my mind. That would be
Tommy would win.
I'm the freak that wrote down all the scenarios today.
Do it because I want to hear it.
Okay. So I actually thought with the lie that was being started yesterday that Jackson obviously doubled down on today, I actually thought Jackson could win 5-4 against Tommy. Okay. Tommy I think that Jackson would get Jack's vote for that because I think that he not only is his boy, but really is enjoying the game that Jackson's playing. I think if Tommy was against anybody else, Jack has Tommy's vote 100%. I think Kat would have voted for Tommy out of spite of Jackson, but I also think that she likes Tommy. Annalise would have voted for Tommy. That's hands down. I think that Nick in this situation would have voted for Tommy. Jessica would vote for Jackson because it's Jessica.
Yeah, she'll make me damn sense.
Chrissy would vote for Tommy, and then Holly, Nicole, and Cliff, I think, would all vote for Jackson. So I'm interested.
I don't know about Nicole.
I think I'm interested to see what Nicole, hopefully we don't have to see that actually, but it would have been interesting if she learned about the move. I think that I don't know what she would have been like as a jury member, if she's not going to, but if she would have been someone who's bitter, or if she would have been, hey, that was a good game move that you did, in which case give them props for it.
I don't think that she would respect it.
Oh, 100% not respect it, but
yeah.
Sometimes people vote regardless of how they respect people's moves. They say, I can understand how they did this. I don't need to respect it. So I don't know. She could have been the swing vote. I think it would have been a 5-4, whether it's Jackson or Tommy. I think that Jackson would have been the only person who could have beaten Tommy at the end.
Yeah, it's so crazy that we're already 2 weeks away from I can't believe it. It is insane. God, we have so much going on in the chat. Tommy just got me. It's like, my mom, look at this. Mama says, I thought of you, Allison, during Tommy's speech. It's so true. Don't give up. I know, right? And my sister-in-law sent me a message during that too, going, he's talking to you, Allison. I'm like, no, he's talking to me.
Allison, next year, I think we're all going to apply.
Let's just all do it. Seriously.
I think we should all do it.
Before we get too far into it, I wanted to share something on my screen real quick. I just want to give a quick shout out to, let's see here.
Holly's Crabs. Is that what we're going? What was that?
No, something better than the crabs. My brother. I just want to a happy birthday to my brother Jonathan Summers, who is 47 years old today, and he is the favorite, the oldest, and the smart one, and the good one. And look at what we're doing at a McDonald's playground. Right? You're a salted pony, a duck, or whatever. But happy birthday to my brother. I love you, Jonathan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
Okay, enough of that crap. All right, anyway. So, yes, I have a brother. I have a brother and 2 younger sisters. Can you believe that? There's more of us, imagine.
Christ.
And with my luck, one of those will audition for Big Brother and get on the first time. I have a child that's old enough to audition for Big Brother. I have a son who will be 23 in 3 weeks and has zero interest in being on Big Brother. He would be someone who makes it on, somebody who has zero interest in it. But anyway,
so I auditioned for season 17, and I obviously didn't make it or anything like that. I didn't get close. But then I got this text message before the cast had been released. They leaked it like a few hours beforehand. I don't know if people remember that with BB17. And my mom was like, I need you to call me immediately. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Is there a family death? And I like called her. I had to leave a meeting with my vice president. I was in this like one-on-one meeting. I'm like, I think there's a family emergency. I've got to give my mom a call. I called her and she's like, Steve Moses is going to be on Big Brother. And I was like, are you shitting me?
I love Steve.
Yeah, Steve is a good family friend. Our families are very, very close. And so, but I was like, of course, the one season I apply for, basically someone who's like my younger brother gets on the show. And then he won. So that was like even more of like the cherry on top of the sundae. But it was just like, of course, that's how it works. So yes, that's probably a possibility.
Listen, hey, it happens. And it's me we're talking about. Now, does he keep up with Big Brother? Is he watching this season at all?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He keeps up with Big Brother, but he's not public about it. And I don't think that he's not a feedster anymore for sure. I think that he keeps up. I think he's gradually had a decline with it. I think that is an experience that he enjoyed very much. It definitely made his dreams come true. But I also think that there's a lot of stress post-show where, especially if you're a winner, everybody criticizes every single thing that you would think. And I'm not speaking for him. I'm just speaking from what I've seen. So I could be very off the mark on that. But I think he was content with his experience and kind of wants to let it be, if that's.
He did it. He been there, done that. I did it and I'm done. I'm done with it. Moving on.
Yeah.
My best life.
He keeps up with Sequester for sure, though. So
that's awesome. Sequester is fun. It's man, I can't wait for the new season to start. I can't really say much more about it. So Beth, who is we did a precast analysis draft and all that. When this season started, do you know? I mean, frick, who am I asking? You have a freaking notebook over there. Do you have in your little notebook a top 5? Do you have a top 5 that you picked in the beginning?
Yes. And 3 of which I'm still cool with. And the other 2 I really hate myself for. So I had picked Jack and Nick, because I was like, I think they're going to be great. So they're obviously the 2 I'm not a big fan of right now. But I did too. I picked Nicole because I thought that she was quirky. I was like, if I can get past the accent, I think that she'll be golden. And I picked Kemi. I liked how she kind of came across as like, I'm just going to tell how it is. And I often find that I like those kind of people. They're not necessarily always the best game players, but they're the most interesting. They like stir stuff up. And I had chosen David. So those were the 5 that I had chosen. 3 of which I'm still cool. And obviously 1 of which I really hope wins.
I was looking for mine and I think it's downstairs, but I had picked, my number 1 pick was Bella.
You know what, if I can be honest, she probably would have been number 6 for me because I really liked her preseason. And then the moment she got in the house, I went, let's reel that back.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question for both of you. Which pick make you feel the dirtiest?
Jackson was in my top 5. Jackson's the only one left in my top 5 draft. And I don't know if he wins Big Brother. I don't know if I'm going to brag about it or not. But I had him. Yeah.
I think that Nick, for me, and as much as Jack is just a horrific human being, I think Nick didn't get as much hate as I think he deserved. And from Julie, like, I don't know. I really think that he should have been grilled down just as bad. I think that for someone who's supposed to be a mental health, therapist and was saying all this stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but when he was talking with Jeff Schroeder, he was like, Flint doesn't have clean water. And I was like, I can really get behind this guy. He speaks the truth. And then he got in the house and I was like, wow, you're a fucking douchebag. I hate every aspect of your being. So yeah.
Well, the big tip off for me for him was that haircut. I mean, I really the tooth. I mean, you know, from 2000, he looked like Larry Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. I mean, it was just nonstop.
A D-list boy band member.
Oh, just like the D-list from 20 years ago, still trying to hold on. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Let go. Come on, let go. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are in the chat are talking about the feeds. What do you guys think about this? It has become more and more that they're cutting the feeds in the middle, even earlier than the middle of the day now, on the day of eviction. And there was this huge fight that we pay good money to see that we didn't get to see because they cut the feeds. Exactly. I think it's bull crap. I don't pay $7.99 plus tax for nothing.
Right.
Tyler doesn't pay $7.99 plus tax for me to use his account.
That's right.
Nothing.
That's right. How many of you out there are sharing and you all split? You
I'm
got it $3 3 ways or whatever. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. I want my money. A lot of people, I mean, it pisses me off. I honestly think we should have live feeds up until, you know, maybe 30 minutes until it starts. And I can't remember if back in the day they did that or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember watching them get ready. I mean,
not too long ago. I feel like it was like season 18 or 19 that they like just stopped doing that. So yeah, I remember them getting ready very early. And I'll be 100% honest. I've only been I haven't watched. I'm not a big Brother super fan. I haven't watched all the seasons. I'm going to be the first one to come on here and tell you guys that. But
be honest, that's fine with me. I've watched every season, Beth, and I can't remember any of them.
It is a goal. I'm slowly going through them.
Yeah, I mean,
I do pay that fucking money for the feed, so I might as well take advantage of backdating on it.
I want to see it, and but let me tell you something. Beth and Kim start kicking up about stuff that happened in season 5 and 12, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't
remember that shit. It's a little bit of blur.
I don't mean. And then they do the same thing with Survivor, and I'm like, I don't remember last year who won.
No.
The guy with the big penis that looked like Superman. What was his name?
Oh my god,
that guy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so
I only remember 2 things from last season:
yeah,
the underwear and War Dog's head.
That's right.
Oh my god, War Dog.
Do you love War Dog?
No.
You don't like War Dog? Why not?
I found him so annoying at the show. I thought he was cute, but I was like, okay. I should say, right before he went out, I did think he was playing a really good game. And then he just like pushed his luck too hard. And I just thought that he was just overly confident and kind of douchey. But
I would like to see him play again and see if he's learned from the past. I'm always interested in players like that. He's a fan of the show, and we've talked to him, and he'll flat out tell you, I would have done this.
He may be in Vegas too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Maybe in Vegas.
So are you going to that Vegas thing, Beth, or?
No, I live all the way out in New York State, and I got to travel and my work and all that kind of stuff. I wish I could make it. Looks like a lot of fun.
I'm in Tennessee. I hate leaving my house. I mean, going to the freaking mailbox is like a fight. So,
girl, you know you're signing up for a reality rally next year, right?
I'm going to sign up. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I can raise the money for it.
You can. Look, Beth is already ready to donate. Look.
Hi, where's my checkbook?
Shut up and take my money.
Where's your checkbook? Oh, wow. You have a checkbook?
Yes, I'm a millennial with a checkbook. Thank you very much. I'm defying expectations.
Are the feeds still down? Because I noticed that after she won, the feeds
they're up.
Are they up?
They're up.
Could you? Okay, seriously though, that competition ended within 2 minutes of me turning off my television and turning on my computer.
Like Cliff didn't make it past the commercial.
Well, really, are we shocked by this? We came back
from Holly.
No, yeah.
Holly didn't make it past
20
minutes.
Did she throw it?
Did she throw it?
Did Holly throw this HOA?
Talking about here's the thing that I had heard, and Kim had mentioned this to me.
Oh, here we go. Hold on
They
one
were
second.
talking
This goes with
about-
what we're saying. Why would Holly and Jackson agree to throw HOH comp after all the stress Cliff/Nicole caused?
Because they think that, let's listen to this, and they don't really understand what's going on. They think if both of them are not HOH, that they'll have the 2 votes. They don't know that there's only 1 vote.
Do they not realize that they're going to be nominated?
They don't. That's why they didn't want the HOH.
I mean, on the one hand, nominations don't matter until after the veto.
No, it doesn't. But they don't realize. They don't realize it, and they're thinking that they're both voting. They don't know that only one person, which is the veto holder, gets the sole vote.
Well, I hope that Nicole and Cliff don't tell them.
Well, it's too late. If she threw it, she threw it. She's an idiot.
Right. No, I'm saying like, let them figure it out after the veto. Maybe they'll throw the veto too.
Oh, well, freaking Holly didn't want to win the comic thing veto. And it was so funny. She goes, well, I didn't think I needed to win. And Jackson was like, it's final 5, Holly. You should try to win. Everything counts now. Now it all counts the entire 90-something days. Come on. Give me a break. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, listen. Somebody's going to tell them this is the biggest bunch of big mouths I've ever seen in the history of Big Brother. Somebody's going to leak that shit. Cliff is going to say something. I mean, let's be honest. Cliff told on himself during Cliff Notes. I mean,
can we talk about also, did you guys see that jury clip of Jessica being interviewed? And she said,
I can't even watch it. Because
no, tell me. I have not seen it. I've been out of the loop. What happened?
She said that she thinks that Nicole was the mole in the house. And I'm like, bitch, that was you dumb piece of crap. Like everything she said, she was like, I'm pretty sure that Nicole was the one that told everybody. I'm like,
no, that was you, bitch.
Can't be that dumb.
Jessica probably thought she was actually playing the game The Mole from 2000 on ABC.
Oh my God. I haven't thought about that. And
seriously. Let's just address this for a second. How freaking useless is she going to be in the jury? How freaking useless is I don't want useless idiots voting for me. If I'm in the I don't want Annalise's vote. I don't want Jessica. Like I don't want my fate of $500,000 to be anywhere near them. Those are the kind of assholes, I'm sorry, that you get out early. You get them out pre-jury.
Mm-hmm.
I will never understand the keeping of Jessica. I will never.
She was a big threat, Allison.
To what?
I'm just joking. I don't give a shit.
The ground she hit when she flew off the haunted house wall?
Nicole had said on the feeds, they were talking about I guess like flashbacks and stuff like that they're hoping they see. And Nicole had mentioned about Jessica falling, that they're probably highlighting that fall.
I think I send that meme to Andrew Gibson at least once or twice a week just because. I think I sent it today.
I know Earth Dog did a bunch of videos of that. And
listen, some good ones.
That would be me in the Big Brother house. Like I would trip and fall and bust my face. There would be something that would happen that would be a meme. But I have a memeable face anyway, so you could probably. There's a lot to work with here. There's for miles. There's tons. Yeah, thud. Somebody said that scream thud. Oh my God, it's so funny every time I watch it. I wish I could pull it up with sound, but I'd pull it up, but you can't hear it.
Oh, you gotta click the thing, babe. You can do it.
Do what?
Yeah, remember, you have to click the little box so you can get.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna try this.
All right,
we got time. See, this is what happens as the show winds down. It's just kind of like, Okay, hold on. Let's see here. I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna do the search. Jess BB 21 fall, and there it is.
And there it is.
That face, man. I mean, it's just.
My favorite is to watch Jackson's reaction as it's happening. He's just like.
Did you see the one where they like made Jackson spit
on her? That's my favorite, with the little sound effect.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see if I can do it. Walk me through this, Deb. Okay, so I'm going to my share screen.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Share. Okay, there it is. Now what?
Now there should have been on the share screen, there should have been a little box to check.
Okay, y'all tell me if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
No.
No.
Hold on.
Turn it up.
No, you can't. I don't think you can hear anything now.
Oh Lord, do I have to do this?
I will say, this isn't in defense of Jess, but it is something I thought about with the wall. I've always been like, but how do you fall off?
I'm sorry. This is the greatest thing in the world, even without sound.
You don't need the sound for it. It is a great image.
I'm going. Ah!
All right, let me see if I can bring it up.
If you're gonna fall, that's the way to do it.
All right, I apologize. And then that piece of crap, Christy, going, "You did great, babe." Shut the.
If you didn't have to hold yourself up on that, I would have been slow clapping. Like, you did a great
I
job.
would have started clapping while I was on the wall, and then my ass would have taken no side with my cocky ass attitude.
It overshadowed Jess's fall.
And busted my face because no one upstages me.
Oh my gosh.
But okay, what were you going to bring it up, Deb? Were you
Yeah,
gonna try? Well, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to be weird or mean or make fun of anyone's looks or anything, but this is something that's been bothering me all season, and I'm just going to say it, and I don't mean this in a horrible way, and I'm not making fun of Christy's looks, but something about her neck, it just morphed into like a turtle looking thing, and I mean, it was weird to me.
Okay.
Is it just me?
No.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's not.
I just want to say, you know, when you click share screen,
Yeah.
and that little box comes up, share your screen, before you hit share, there's a little tiny box down on the lower left-hand side that says share audio.
Some screens let you share audio. Look for share audio. Check oh, it says on some. So I don't know. Mine won't do it.
Yeah. So, okay. So
we're so professional here.
yeah. So then
Totally fine. It's like me when I'm trying to stream on Twitch. It's a hot mess. So
see, yours has it, but mine doesn't. All right, here we go. Oh yeah.
Oh crap! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So
if you just listen to the audio,
and I don't know how long I can keep on holding on. Guys, I gotta go.
You got it, Jess.
I don't want to hurt myself. I'm struggling to find a good angle, a good grip. I'm trying to figure out, is there a way that I can potentially fall off gracefully
The
and
anticipation.
good job,
she screams like she's about to drop 30 feet.
she screams like the Willems, like that Wilhelm scream that's like, ah! That's in like all the films.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Also, you know that some producer would be like, can you be as dramatic as possible talking about how you were trying to find a grip? Because she's like, I can't. I'm trying to find a grip.
Good, Jess. You're good.
can I say how shady is the Big Brother producers that
They're the shadiest.
they just kept on making her go up and down, up and down.
But the funniest part, what makes it so funny is the scream, but what makes it funnier is the short fall. Like it's a 5-foot fall. I mean, like literally you fell 5 feet.
And then like thud.
I guess the smoke effects, the mist made her think that she was going into a wormhole. Like she was on that show that Ellen hosts where if you answer it wrong, you go through like a freaking tube or whatever.
But
I don't
also
know.
She defies basic instinct with humans, which is to use your arms to balance yourself.
Yeah.
And she just does that with her?
Listen, she's probably
position.
she's vain like me. You got to protect the face at all costs.
Oh my gosh.
You break every bone in your body. The face is intact. You're good to go.
Still good.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to. I'm sorry, chat. We're. This is what happens when Tyler's not here. We just go off any other videos we want to watch. Deb.
Yeah.
Let's see, Kurt's got another one. Y'all are some huge BB fans. Even if you hate Mickey and Holly, isn't there a part of you that wants to see a final two showmance? Just yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
No.
These two are not going to drag each other. I'm not interested in a final two unless there's some kind of dragging going on. One person at least needs to be dragging. I can speak from my little experience on my Sequester mini that I won. Catherine was dragging me, okay, by the hair. I mean, I was all over the place. I was almost bald. I mean, she was dragging, and I'm just sitting there, okay. Keep on. I mean, but it's not interesting unless one person is doing it. And I'm not going to sit there and be interested if I love Holly so much and blah, I love Mickey so much and blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't give a crap. I don't want to hear it. I want to see fighting.
I think that if Jackson and Holly are up, I do think that Jackson will talk about, I think he will talk game.
Is he going to talk about this?
He will.
That is
let's be honest.
game. That's her whole game.
I'm not trying to interrupt, but I saw this on Twitter the other day, and I was like, this has got to be the picture for tonight's show. I don't know what was happening. She was doing some kind of weird CrossFit sit-ups that I don't know anything about.
I told you she was letting the crabs get some air.
They're getting air. Well, they need air so they can
drown.
That's right. Good God Almighty. Okay, anyway.
But no, I feel like Jackson's so like annoyingly business-like that everything he does that like arms crossed. This is just how it is, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I think that he would say like, I love this woman right here, but he won't say I love this woman. Let's be honest. I whatever, respect this woman right here, but this is what the game has been. I've had to do these things. Like, I think he's going to do that, but that's not dragging. That's literally just listing off a resume.
Right. He's just going to say and list all the things he's done. We brought this up on the show of about a few, well, I think the last time I was on a week ago. Would this game be the same if there were not, if Holly and Jackson were not a duo? Would Holly have made it this far without Jackson?
No.
I don't think she would have.
No.
And if these two are in a final two together, Jackson is going to win hands down.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat. Oh,
actually, I'm not sure about that. As I was looking at my notebook,
she's got the notebook out.
So
on the reinforcements.
Yeah, if it was Holly and Jackson, I said that Jack would vote for Jackson, Kat would vote for Holly, Annalise would vote for Holly,
Jess would vote for Holly.
I think Jess would vote for Jackson, actually.
Yeah, but she's real gung-ho on the whole female thing.
No, she's not.
But she kept going back to Jackson for everything. I think she is so far up Jackson's ass. I think that she would just vote for Jackson regardless. And I think Nick would vote for Jackson. I think Christy would vote for Holly. I think Tommy would vote for Holly. And I think Nicole and Cliff could vote for Holly over Jackson, especially after tonight.
Oh, look, you're getting a lot of love in the chat about your notebook. Matt, this is the Beth I know and love. So overly prepared. I love it. I think it's great. I've got to have you and are you a big Survivor?
Love Survivor.
I got to have you on with Tyler then, because Tyler, I think Tyler doesn't. Oh, let me tell you something. Tyler, I write everything down like you do. Look at this, honey. I've got I have these 4 or 5 years of podcasting. I write everything longhand. And he makes fun of me because he doesn't write he writes things down. He does it on his computer. He types everything up. So when I'm flipping through stuff, he goes right to it on his computer. But I would love to have you two on comparing your notes. I think that would be
That would be great.
I have the little sticky notes, the computer sticky notes.
Yep.
I type it.
Shut up, Deb.
So I started
Listen.
I started writing stuff because it's your brain absorbs the information better. So you actually
remember it.
Yeah, you remember it, but you also work through issues if you write it down physically. Like,
you don't think that it's the same if you type it?
No, they've done studies that show that it's not, because when you type it out, it's something about the screen itself, because the screen is just like.
I would just prefer not to waste paper on stuff.
Fair
like
enough.
Just,
I don't give a shit about the environment. Let me tell you something. I wrote an entire script almost 10 years ago, a script for a short film, all longhand, because I didn't want distractions, because I knew my ass would be on Facebook, everything else. Wait, it was like 7 years ago. And it was true. So I wrote everything out longhand, and I had to have my director help me type it up. And he was like, Allison, why the fuck did you do it this way? And I said, because I can't, my ADD kicks in and I'm on freaking Google looking up I don't know anything. Y'all don't want to see my Google history, but you know what I'm saying? Just weird shit. Okay. I don't know. But yeah, it's just, I just can't believe that we're getting down to, this has been an informative show.
So what veto do you think they're going to play?
Oh,
I don't think it's going to be a days comp. They haven't done that like as consistently over the past few years. I think
might
it's
be
the face swapping one.
That, or the baseball one,
Mm-hmm.
where you run around the bases to say whatever day it is. That's for.
what about the haunted house? They haven't done that this year.
That was.
I'll be 100% honest. If I were the BB house and they gave me that one, I would be punching the actors, and that's not a joke. I would literally be like, no, and then like just punch somebody in the face,
because it's a knee-jerk reaction to being scared.
Well, also I scream.
Or are you just violent?
Yes, I'm a violent person.
Just a violent person.
If anybody watches me on Twitter, I play games where I get scared a lot, and I scream a lot, and I have to imagine that none of those actors would be ready for the noises. It would be worse than Jess falling.
It's a Jess scream. It's worse than a Jess scream.
I mean, I think Matthew's in chat, and if Matt Henning, listen to him, he would tell you 100% that. But if you get me in a physical space, I'm throwing fists too. I'm throwing hands. It's a knee-jerk reaction. I'm pushing people away. I just
want to go on record and saying that around Halloween time, 2012, I went to a haunted house, and I was with my son, and he was, I don't know, about 14, 15 at the time, and a little bit taller than me. Anyway, so we are clinched to each other because we are big wussy babies when it comes to this crap. And let me tell you something, this haunted house was so real. It was made out of an old movie theater, so it was huge. It was great. I loved it. So we're going through it, and these people behind us got really scared, and this clown jumped out and right in front of me and went, ah, and the woman behind me screamed and accidentally pushed my head into his face, and I broke his nose. I broke this clown's nose. I had his blood in my damn hair.
Okay.
And we went through, and I was freaking out, and I went to grab, because I'm a mother, mama, are you okay? And the guy's just like, just go. This poor man. And Jacob and I are freaking out. We are trying to get through this haunted house, and finally we're going through the ramp to leave, and this guy with a chainsaw jumps out, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. Like, I broke some guy's nose. You don't want no part of this. So, and then I went around, and I was upset. I was like, I need to know if that guy is okay. I think I broke his nose. And they're like, well, when they sign up for this, they know they sign up for. Like they know they're going to get hurt. And there was an ambulance that they keep on site there. I guess for stuff like this is like a normal thing. And the guy's nose, I did break his nose. It was horrible.
Wow. I tripped a chainsaw guy in a haunted corn maze.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it a real chainsaw?
But then he like spent the whole rest of the time just walking behind me with a chainsaw. And I was just like, okay,
Are they real chainsaws that they use?
They're real chainsaws, but they don't have blades on them. So they take the blades off. It was just like the motor running and like the thing that doesn't have any blades just kind of running around on it. So you can smell the gas and everything that comes off of it. But he jumped out in this corn maze and I screamed, and like out of reaction, I kind of stepped back like this, and he took a step forward and tripped over my foot, fell flat on his face. And then I laughed at him after screaming. And then he just got up and spent the whole rest of the time just standing behind me as, revenge for it.
I swear to God, haunted houses are so. I scream things that don't like why. Like I say things in a haunted house, like, "What are you doing? Go!" And like, "Why are you doing this to me? Like, why? What? What?" Like the weirdest shit just comes out of my mouth. It doesn't make any damn sense. And I'm shaking and I'm sweating and it's insane. And like my son and I are traumatized. I'm like, why do we do this every year? I don't know. It's fun. I don't know.
Listen, when I used to live in Philadelphia, there used to be a guy that lived across the street from us, and he really took Halloween like seriously. He would dress up as the Grim Reaper, go down to dinner, and this was in Philly, Northeast Philadelphia, with lots of kids running around and everything. He would go down to the corner and just point at people. Ooh. And dress up as the Grim Reaper with the sickle and everything, and he would just stand and point and scare the living fuck out of people. He wouldn't say anything, and he would just point and just, oh my God, people would be terrified.
It's like some Michael Myers shit right there.
Because he would just stand on the corner and just point. When you got Grim Reaper just pointing at you, oh.
I love Halloween. I love fall. I love that it's September. I'm sad though that it's the end of Big Brother, but we got 2 weeks left. But yes, Beth, come back when we do Survivor.
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you coming on. I know it's kind of a weird show tonight because it's only we're down to 4 now, and Nicole won HOH. Hopefully, she will just nominate Holly and Jackson Mickey, and neither one of them wins veto, and Jackson goes. That would be the smart thing to do.
Her dream came true that her family gets to come to the finale.
I just love the underdog. I love it. Yeah. I just love it. What makes me sad though is the thought of she nominates the two of them and one of them wins veto and Cliff goes up and that Cliff's gone. Gone.
Oh yeah.
Cliff's gone. Jesus. Yeah. Cliff's gone.
I think she has Tommy's vote no matter what.
I do too. I tweeted this right before the show that if anything, if this was the wrong move for her and Cliff, if she sticks around until final 2 still, I actually think it was probably a good move for her because Tommy will be a vote for her. And if Cliff leaves, he'd be a vote for her. So exactly. It's kind of like, I kind of wish it's an all-female final 2. Just have Holly and Nicole.
Holly and Nicole battle it out in the final 2. I wouldn't mind that at all. I would like to see, let's play a little devil's advocate. I would love to see Nicole versus Jackson. I'd love to see good versus evil. I really think that would be, I
just don't want him to win money. He should not be paid for this shit.
No.
Production carrying him through all the way.
Well, they cut the fees because his mommy's going to sue everybody, especially that fight, like the 2 seconds that we saw when the show ended tonight of how he was acting. For crying out loud, they can't show the real thing. They have to edit the shit out of it to keep his mom from suing everybody. It's ridiculous.
I can't wait for it to be dubbed on Sunday and it's be like, "You're a great person, Tommy." And it's just like all the shit he actually didn't say. That's going to happen.
It's going to be... just Jackson sitting there and Tommy looking like an irrational hot mess. That's what it's going to look like. Yeah. And look, if I go on Big Brother and I act a fool and I cut up and say stupid shit, I don't want my mommy suing anybody. You know, it's my responsibility to act right. I tell my son all the time, I don't care what, don't murder anybody, don't do anything illegal, and act right. Have some common damn sense. And if you go on a national TV show and you're having sex with somebody and you're throwing out racial slurs and acting like a nut, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not something that is being manipulated and edited. If we're seeing it on the live feeds in real time, I'm sorry, that's you. That's reality. That's what's happening.
Exactly.
And you can't say that people are portraying it. It doesn't make
You can't put words into somebody's mouth.
Listen, that dog don't hunt. Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's right. Big Brother's always watching. That's what Weston said. I tell my son all the time, Big Brother's always watching. That's right. If you, as Matt Henning said, if you act a fool, you pay the piper. Just act right. I still tell my 22-year-old son to act right. Don't fart in public. I don't care if you're in Walmart or not. Just act right.
Unless it's a revenge fart.
I'm all about good crop dusting and doing whatever you need to do, because some people, they have it coming. Let's be honest.
Yes, exactly. If it's if it's a crop dusting revenge fart, then you have to go ahead and do it.
I love when I go out with a Captain Obvious. That's what we call my significant other, Beth. We'll be at public, Target or Walmart or something. I'll let a big fart fly and walk off, and people think it's him.
But are you even in a relationship if you don't do that? So
you're not in a real relationship if you have never had to bring someone wet wipes or a roll of toilet paper. If you're in the bathroom and go, honey, I need you to run to Walgreens. No, this is a wet wiper. Get the Cottonelle thick ones, the man wipes. Just get the man wipes. Forget everything else. Just get the man wipes. Isn't that what they're called?
I actually don't know. I can't confirm or deny.
Clean wall wipes too. This is getting out of control.
No, so you got to get the ring bag. You always have it on hand.
There you go.
That's right.
Order in bulk.
Get them in bulk. Costco.
Costco. I have wet wipes on hand. Nobody
I can't do it without wet wipes in my periph. It just isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, I don't think will help in this situation.
Oh, did you? So maybe desperate times. Anyway, Beth, how can people find you if you want to be found?
Sure. I am on Twitter and Instagram at AugustaWind11, and I'm also streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/AugustaWind11. I typically stream a couple days a week, and that's where you can catch me at my just most silly and stupid. So.
Can you see the chat, Beth?
Yeah.
Type your Twitter in there if you want to. Because it's not the same as what's in the window, is it? I mean, if you want to, you don't have to.
So that's my Twitch, and then my my handle for both Twitter and Instagram is what's on the screen.
Okay, cool. All right. Well,
I just have a really stupid pun name.
What does it mean?
A gust of wind. That's literally it.
Is that fart related?
It sure
Yes.
is. That's why I knew I was in the right place. No.
Spirit animals coming together.
I was just coming up with what would be the dumbest drag name of all time. And I was like, oh, I'm driving through a town, Augusta. And I was like, oh, Augusta Wind. And that's literally how it happened. And it's dumb, but I like it and I keep with it.
I like to go by the whole like Star Wars kind of thing, like the last medication that you took in your car. So I would be Fexima Fiesta.
Oh, oh shit!
That's like a really cool name. I know, right? What would yours be, Deb?
Well, I just took some probiotics.
So what kind of car do you drive?
An Acura.
So you're probiotic Acura? I can't wait to see that.
This one.
Yeah. What was the medicine you took before you took the probiotic? What was the hard drug you took?
Birth control pills.
Okay.
There you go.
Next time. Okay. So if you want to find Deb, you I always get this wrong. I try to point. Okay. Wait, here we go. Wait. Now point. Okay. There we go. Right there. Deborah G on TV Co. and My Next Life Debbie on Twitter. I'm just the great Allison S. Kelly because that's what Rob Sesternino called me on RHAP. And I feel like I need to beat that like a dead horse as long as I can.
You are great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel a little out of it because I missed the last 2 shows, but hey, life happens. You get a little IBS, but it clears up. You get the Mr. Clean wall wipes and the man wipes, and you're okay.
You're good to go.
You're good to go. It happened in a hose. So you can find me on Twitter at Summers1977, and that's SOMMERS1977, and on Instagram the.memphis.darling. And please subscribe to my weekly meltdown on YouTube. You will get notifications when we go live. And I have a little Facebook page. Please like it. We have so much going on in the future. I've got, as you know, some of you may know, we have a new setup that we've been using for the last 2 months from StreamYard, which is kind of taking over Google Hangout a little bit. This is a lot of people are using this now, and I really, really love it. It's really simple. And trust me, I need it to be simple for me to do it. It's easy if Allison can do it. But yeah, StreamYard is really cool. Check them out if you're into podcasting and bringing people together. It's $25 a month, but hey, it's kind of worth it. We've got a lot of shows coming up. We've got the Big Brother finale coming up. We've got Survivor 39 coverage coming up. We've got the Survivor 39 precast analysis / draft coming up. Brett Wagamont from RHAP is going to come back, and we're going to talk about Star Wars. When we see the new Star Wars movie in December. We have so much stuff going on.
I'm not going to be on that one. I could tell you right now.
I'm a big nerd. I could sit here and talk about all the Marvel. I'm a huge nerd, and I don't care. I love it. I'm going to start doing a late night show, just a random show once a week, just in the downtime, kind of like not like a talk show, but I thought maybe one night on the weekend, just getting on and talking and seeing what happens and just reviewing stuff. Yeah. Let's just get into it. Let's get this ball rolling. People want to hear us talk about more like this, stuff.
Hey, and when I'm in Las Vegas, I want to try to see if I can get on via phone. So we can do some little mini interviews with some people.
Right. And we've got Sequester coming up, the new season of Sequester. We're going to be covering that as well. So a lot of exciting things coming up for us. Please follow my cat Finley on Instagram before I forget. I'm getting the side eye over here. Finley's It's a Finley's Insty, FINLEYS_INSTI. Look, we're up to 106.
That way you can see what type of abusive relationship she is in with the cat.
Well, I'm also babysitting a 6-month-old teacup Yorkie named Gizmo, who is the cutest little thing on the planet. And I've told Finley a couple of times, keep the attitude up, buddy. Keep it up. This is your replacement. This could happen. And he's a little scared. So
he should be.
Brought it down a notch. So, okay, guys, that's going to end the show for tonight. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.